I'm going to be doing some DIY projects that I have been putting off. I just sort of really fell out of love with doing DIY projects and had to have a break. So I had a break. I also got really into gardening, which I now feel like I've got a bit more under control and it's not like the crazy growing season. And so I've got a free weekend, just me at home, and I'm going to tackle a few of the projects. The first thing is, very excitingly, I have a dishwasher in the house now. I got a slimline dishwasher to go next to the sink, and this was going to be a bit of a tricky thing to figure out because the carcass wasn't wide enough for a dishwasher. It's just a slimline one. So I had to alter the shape of the carcass, and then my dad helped with the plumbing. Thank God for my dad. He is so handy with these things. So yes, I now have fully working dishwasher and it is just a game changer. When I was painting the rest of the kitchen, I left the sink area to paint at a later date because I wasn't sure if I was even keeping all of the carcass and everything, but I'm finding a way of repurposing it to use here, so that's good. And then I'm also going to be cutting a new countertop for the sink because it needs to be a little bit longer. And then I need to also get some tiles to retile the backsplash, and job's a good one. I would quite like to change the tiles behind me, the subway tiles, but I'm going to see how tiling goes for this part and then see if I could be brave enough to do that. I also have a pretty little wall shelf unit that I have found a home for in the living room. It is right by the front door into the living room, and it's housing my Wi-Fi because that was just sat on the floor and there were cables everywhere and it was really getting to me. But now it has a home and it'll do for now. I was going to build like a big, well not big, like a shallow, super shallow unit to have it in and then have a little top, but this seems to be working just fine, and I've got a different paint colour to paint it because as much as I like the blue, I think it just needs changing. It feels a little bit little boy's room, and I'm not going for that. This is the little shelf that I have attached to the wall, and it's got my Wi-Fi. This is the ugly bit as you walk in with all the switches, and that's still not hidden, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. And also the issue with having something here is that it's quite a high traffic area of people walking in. I still need to change this door because it doesn't really open into the room very well. I'd quite like to get just 2 little doors to open. I think that would be much better. I'm going to take my nice curtains down because I don't want to get paint all over those. Might even give them a wash. Can't do anything without music.
Silk lining, delicate paper, tangerine rind, tulip petals on the dresser all come to mind. Soft blonde pink brush and shoulders, page 55. You trace letters over the pictures of the climbing vine. I'm in a field of road making. I can see a moonflower awaken somewhere way past taken. Somewhere way past taken.
Okay, next little project, I bought a blackout blind for this spare bedroom. I'm also going to make a nice floppy Roman blind that's quite sheer, that can just act as, you know, a nice decorative curtain. I didn't want a full length curtain because I don't think there's really quite the space for it. Of course, the wall is extremely wonky, but we try and make it work. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. I bought a little pot of paint for the shelf and realised it was very, very boring. It was just grey. It didn't look anything like the colour it was meant to. So I just decided to use that as a priming base coat. And then I headed back inside and carried on painting the carcass with a first layer of paint. I used Delux natural calico because I had loads of that left over. And we all know, after the last kitchen painting disaster, I am not using the Farrow and Ball paint. We're now having quite the heat wave, and I picked these flowers 2 days ago to try and save some flowers from the heat. The roses are not lasting very long, but it's very pretty. Right, time to install the blind. Right, this room is a mess. I'm going to take the makeshift curtain down. I've been doing everything to keep this house cool, so I'm going to get this blind up as quickly as possible, but it's okay because the sun's not here at the moment. Excuse my silly clip in my hair. I'm trying to keep it out the way and dry with a little bit of volume. I trimmed it down. Well, I trimmed the fabric down, and now I need to trim the end off with the hacksaw. So I'm going to do that right now. I have a feeling this is going to sound horrendous. Trimmed it down, popped the ends in. Moment of truth. How does this actually go in though? Hey, it's better than nothing, isn't it? Obviously it was never going to be completely blackout, but I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to have the floppy Roman blind over the top of it, so that should help keep more light out too. It's going to be 35 degrees today, and I'm going for an eye test. How exciting, I know. Right, let's mark a hole for you. Okay, now I've got to attach the Velcro to the top. This is an old Zara tablecloth and it came with this trim on it. So I've kept the trim at the top and the bottom to kind of match itself up. And then I just cleaned up the side seams. So yes, now all I've got to do is stitch one side of the Velcro all the way along the top, and then I've got the other part of the Velcro which will go on the beam, the wooden well, it's not a beam, the wooden baton that I bought, which that is all back at my place. So that's as far as I can get up to with this, and then I can take it home and do the rest. This is what the width is looking like. And now I'm going to decide where I'm going to have it scrunched up. I want it nice and droopy, but not too floppy.
Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors, summer love.
Okay, Velcro is on at the top, and I've just marked out my lines and where I'm going to place the little loops. So I need to take some hand sewing stuff home with me, and I'm also taking this bit of Velcro to put on the wooden baton. I then took the blind back to my place and stitched on the little hoops all the way down in equal increment spacing.
With you, another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon.
To attach the blind to the wall, I have a wooden baton, and I was just painting it, well, priming it here to paint and match it to the wall colour in the room. And then I just screwed in the little eyelets that go at the top. I put them the same distance in that the little loops are that I sewed onto the blind. Screwed on corner brackets at each side. Then I found the centre point of the window and the centre point of the baton, drilled some holes, put it up on the wall. I can do a more in-depth video about making one of these if you like. I think I've learnt a few things from making this. And I don't know if you can see here, but this was a trick that my dad taught me years ago about drilling holes, and that is to make a little envelope and stick it underneath the hole you're drilling, and then all of the dust and debris go into the envelope, not all over the floor. So hot. So once the baton was up, I then just stuck the blind to the Velcro that was on the baton. I then threaded up the blind and added a little cleat. I'm not sure about the loop placement that I went for in the end. I think I kind of would have preferred to have them further out, but I can always go and change that. And the blind just needs to be trained a little bit to sit how I want it. So I was very happy with that project. I then found a fun colour to paint the wall shelf. I went with this super glossy bright green, and I think it's good. I think it adds a little bit of colour to the room and it houses Wi-Fi nicely. The kitchen carcass is almost done. Still got quite a bit to do with that, but most of it's painted for now. And then I thought I'd end the video showing you what my garden's looking like at the moment, because it's bringing me so much joy and a little bit of stress because we've been having major heat waves in the UK. And trying to look after this garden in the heat wave when it's very hard to get a hose pipe to it has been fun. But I try and get out as early as I can in the morning to water it and cut any flowers that I might want to arrange that day. I think in about 2 weeks' time, everything is going to start coming out, which I'm very excited for.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love.
I've given myself this year to just learn about gardening and make mistakes. And one of my favorite things is trying to learn how to properly make a bouquet. I've been watching lots of videos and I'm just trying to get the knack, you know? I feel like there's a way to hold flowers and it just takes practice. So I'm practicing and practicing and eventually I'll get there.
Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love.
These flowers bring me so much joy. I am really enjoying growing vegetables too, but there's just something about cut flowers that does it for me.
Washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love. Remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to prove. That's sure something I could use.